So the section I'd like to talk to you about is innovation that we've made to attach the BMC Discovery to the both cloud cost control and capacity directly. So we've made enhancements to the ETL, created a new ETL that have allowed for this. So in 11.3 and prior, there were only two ways to really get data into cloud or capacity. That was either through extracting the data from the discovery tool through a CSV and importing it into an ETL, or you could attach to the Atrium CMDB, directly. Well, now you have no need for the CMDB, nor CSV export. So we've created ease of implementation and also extended the capabilities by now having a direct REST API interface into the Discovery tool. So as Discovery's, as you guys know, it discovers assets both in cloud and on-premise, we can now import those directly into the capacity optimization tool set easily. So previously we had two ETLs that were created. We've added another ETL now for this API interface for ease of use. The ETL will work on the REST API from Discovery 11.1 to 3, where they're currently at. So it also gives us some future-proofing capabilities as well, because as Discovery goes through some new branding, they're now going to be Helix Discovery. If they make changes to their CMDB or if they make changes to other things, we still have access to the API. So that's the advantages that it gives to us. So let me demonstrate a little bit of how this capability works. So again, over in the capacity optimization piece, we have a new ETL that's created. So if I go and add an ETL, you'll find it down here for the Discover 11x extractor. And again, previously we could go right to the CMDB of Atrium, or we could export the CSV file and bring it in. So with this new ETL, we're allowed to go in and add in the API directly to the Discovery piece, give it credentials, and then save it. And now we have our extractor that we can run against Discovery. Now on the Discovery side, there's a little bit of configuration that might be necessary. So there's a lot of flexibility that you can do over here. So not only am I bringing in assets specifically, I can also bring in models or business services and create them. So I'm over on the Discovery side now, and there's a couple things to note over here. First of all, you have to have a user that's enabled for the REST API. So as you go into the user configuration, now by default in our environment, the BDC, you already have a user that has API access, as you see here. So that's already configured by scratch. But if you're using a customer's unit, you might have to go enable that. You can go and create models within Discovery. So I can go and do some exploration. And again, there are 4 models that were already created, as I showed you on the previous screen here. I'll go back up to there real quick. And again, a model is a collection of assets. So in this case, I have 4 models that have created Citrix, DSM, Education, and SharePoint. And sure enough, if I go over to my Discovery extractor that I had, go to the workspace for Discovery, and you'll find these are the 4 models that I've discovered, and then a pool of everything else. And the key here is that I can now create my own distributions of these data through the Discovery and import them. So let's go create a new one real quick. And there's a lot of tools that I can use to create these models. I can go and do a query direct to the database, or I can go and do a click and add them myself. So in this case, I'm just going to do a very quick, easy one. So I'm going to create just the Amazon services as a model. So let's first visualize it. So now I've created a visualization of it. Then I'm going to export that model and save it. And then publish it, which I could have published there. Now it's available as a model, and I can import that specifically into Capacity. So going back now, you should see I have 5 models here. I can go back into my capacity optimization and rerun my extractor. It will add the new model into here. And again, to be clear, all assets are imported as well. So I can gather up any assets I want to and manage them from here as well. So that is the extensibility that we have of adding discovery to capacity and ultimately cloud cost control as well, which we've been discussing and talking about for quite some time now. So this enhances our capabilities and also provides an ease of use as well. It's very easy to set up and configure.